Sorry, I look really creepy today. It's bad lighting as usual. Nothing to do with the fact that I do look creepy anyway. This is just a little video expressing my thoughts about London Pride, which took place on Saturday last. So it would have been the 2nd of July 2011. By and large, it was a great day. It was nice to see lots of very brave people out there, really. I mean, it can't be that easy being a gay Muslim, for example, and they were out there in force, parading away. And yeah, I mean, you know, by and large, it was an absolutely great day. But there was one thing which really annoyed me enough to want to make a stand about it, and I have actually contacted Pride about this, really. And that was one of the compares on stage. She did the first hour or so of the event, or the main event in Trafalgar Square. And basically, she decided at one point that she was going to slag off Christianity. Now, yeah, I've got very mixed feelings about Christianity myself. Certainly the way it's practiced and the way that it doesn't really move forward with the times and all that sort of thing. Yeah, fair enough. All right, but the way that she said it was totally offensive, given that there were gay Christian groups that were also in the audience. I wasn't part of them, but yeah, I mean, they were there as well. And she basically suggested that Jesus was gay. I'm sure she was trying to be funny and everything, and you know, she cracked a few jokes and twisted a few lines and so forth to make it sound supposedly funny. But the woman was basically getting jeered and booed and what have you. And then what she actually did was bared a boob to the audience. Because basically she didn't like getting booed. She thought that she, you know, again, she just thought, you know, I'll just show you how daring and risque I am and everything. And she bared a boob to the audience, and she got booed even more. And, you know, I'm not a great big fan of booing, but having said that, I think that in that particular instance, it was probably right to boo her, really. And, you know, she didn't come back after that. A bit later on, because they have this every year in Trafalgar Square, you know, you've always got, you know, some clever sods that think that they can, you know, climb up onto the fountain and whatever. And, you know, it's great having them on the fountain, you know. You know, it must be really nice getting in the water, especially when it's really hot and everything. But it always pisses the stage management off, because they can't continue with people on the fountain. So out comes the stage manager, and then this drag queen that was on came and very tactfully and very skillfully got them off the fountain, and they were down within about a minute. Last year it took them absolutely ages to clear the fountain, and some of the acts had their songs and things shortened and what have you because of the time that was lost. So anyway, as they're getting down from the fountain, one person thinks that it's, you know, great to moony everyone, and, you know, showed his bare bum to the audience and whatever. And what really irked me is that that man would probably have been arrested, whereas I doubt even as if the first compere, whose name was Penny Arcade, I should have said that before, but she, I doubt, would even get reprimanded for baring her boob to the audience. And yeah, I just, you know, if people want pride, and if they want equality and respect and everything, they've got to show it to other people. It does highlight, as usual, that yes, there is an enmity, I suppose, between the gay community and faith communities in general. Churches and religious organisations have been part of, you know, the persecution of gay people down the ages. The Church of England is trying to get its act together. It is hampered by some of the loonies in, you know, some of the faraway corners of the world. You you know, such as Uganda and what have you. Well, I've spoken about them in another video. But yeah, I mean, it's alienation, really. Paul Simon, although he wasn't writing about this issue because it's probably about 20 years too early, he sang in his song "You Can Call Me Al" the words, "I need a shot at redemption, I need a photo opportunity, I don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard." Basically, that it is in every person, really, deep down in their nature, somewhere, there is a spiritual yearning. That's the shot at redemption. The photo opportunity is that I want to be seen as a real person, you know, with real, genuine depth. And I don't want to be a cartoon. I don't want to be, you know, a 2D flat thing. And the churches have certainly done their best, really, to try and reduce gay people to a flat cartoon, really, a caricature. And, you know, you've only got to look at the civil partnerships to see where that's going, really, because a civil partnership can't have any, by law in the UK at any rate, it can't have any religious overtones to it at all, and the religious institutions will not marry gay people, and so therefore they basically alienate gay people. It's part of a bigger malaise in society, but if we just sort of stick to this issue for the moment, really. So yeah, I mean, you've then got, you know, gay people that want to register their partnerships and want to be seen as spiritual human beings as well. They're left in sort of in between two stools, really. And, you know, you may be sitting there thinking, well, you know, why do they want to get married or whatever, and all this sort of thing, and, you know, isn't it a small issue? But it isn't, because what it boils down to at the end of the day is that, you know, these people are going to want to, you know, maybe possibly attend churches. One partner will almost certainly die at some point, and at the funeral, you know, are the churches going to say, well, that was her partner, you know, that was the woman she loved, and, you know, she has every right to be there and be treated as a grieving, you know, male or female spouse from a straight relationship, and, you know, it's a whole lot of things. It's a life story, really. But there you go. I mean, it's just my tuppence worth, really. Penny Arcade, you're an idiot, really. I hope you never, ever grace a Pride stage, or that if you do, you'll show a bit more respect to all groups that were there. Maybe one day, because it would be quite nice, really, because I don't like putting people into groups, you know, black lesbian bikers, you know, or whatever, because it just makes people a target. You know, I don't like the idea of there being gay-only churches. Again, you've got a ghetto, a target. You know, let's actually try and be integrated, not be alienated. Alienation is the biggest malaise, I think, in today's society in general. I'm not just moaning, being a moaning Minnie about gay rights or anything. It affects everybody. You know, if my rights aren't being respected, yours aren't either. So there you go. And yeah, sorry for ranting a little bit, but Penny Arcade, piss off somewhere else. Sorry, lovely. Bye.